Hello and welcome back to the Reorder Estimate and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10, and we've got an eventful edition of Smackdown tonight with a big tag team gauntlet match where Jey Uso confronted the tribal chief Roman Reigns in the closing moments with a big ending. So yeah, a lot going on, and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman were asked about the future of Jey Uso before the show started, but they refused to answer as we headed into Smackdown. Good little start that. Before it's time for the first match, the gauntlet match to decide the number one contender for tag team titles. Street Profits and Braun and Brutes were the first to face off in the gauntlet match, and Sheamus got a pro kick early on, and Dawkins before picking up the first pin. The OC was next and managed to get some moves in before Sheamus once again came in with Southern Bro on Anderson and picked up the win. LWA then joined the match and isolated Sheamus in the ring before Holland came back when struck down some big dives. Holland was eliminated the LWA before Hit Ray came in and Top Dollar got instantly destroyed with a broke kick. Holland got yet another pin and it was time for Final Team to join. I love Top Dollar just being there for 3 seconds. That was very funny. Before Pretty Deadly joined and got a takedown on Holland before Prince caught him with a headlock. Sheamus then came back in and dropped one of the Deadly on each other before hitting the beats of the battering on both of them together. Sheamus got an ear for a crucifix bomb, but Wilson came in with a leg drop to get the win. And Jey had 7 out of 10 for me. Good start to SmackDown. It's kind of classic gauntlet match, isn't it? Sheamus gets a really big run and Ridge before they eventually don't make it. Puts them over as well. Potentially they'll be in line for future opportunity as well. But Pretty Deadly getting the opportunity in London, it just makes sense. Can't wait for that. And Sammy and KO congratulated them after the match. Pretty Deadly refused to leave the ring and mocked the chance before Sammy and KO ran in and chased them out. So yeah, good ending to SmackDown, good blow off. I'm very much looking forward to that match in London. That's going to be great. Backstage, Roman told Heyman that Jey hadn't reached out to him and demanded Paul talk to Jey before Heyman nervously walked off. As we got Io Sky against Selena Vega. Io got a big drop kick early on before she came back with a boot to the face. Sky then caught Vega in a headlock before the latter tried for a roll-out for an ear fall. Bayley interfered and caused Vega to miss a pin attempt before Selena came back with a 619 for the win. And yeah, but it was a surprising result here. I thought Io would win. Back and forth match. Bayley tried to get involved and kind of backfired. Potentially all leading tensions, who knows. But Selena getting another big win. She's on a bit of a push at the moment. So yeah, 6 out of 10. And backstage, Shotzi challenged Bayley for a match and Io accepts the match on her behalf, just further hinting at dissension. And yeah, I think that stable needs it. So yeah, good move. Grayson Waller effect was next and Charlotte Flair was out to join him in the ring for an interview. Waller asked Flair if she would become a 15-time champion soon and was interrupted by Bianca Belair. Belair was unhappy with her rematch being asked before Charlotte walked out to her and told her she didn't get a rematch after losing to Rhea Ripley and that it didn't matter. Flair said she was a champion even if she didn't have a title before Belair noted that she would be ringside for the title match and would challenge the winner. And yeah, kind of good little feud there really. I hope Oscar retains, but yeah, Charlotte getting the opportunities, Belair interrupting, feeling it's all unfair, definitely makes sense and it's a good little storyline and adds an extra dimension to that match. So yeah, good stuff. Backstage, Heyman was getting Jey to trust the tribal chief again before Jey told Heyman again that if he came back to the bloodline, Heyman would be out. So yeah, interesting developments all leading up to later, of course, before it's time for Karen and Scarlett versus the OC. And Styles and Cross kicked off the match on SmackDown. Tags were made early on before Mitch and Scarlett faced off. Styles then came back with a Styles clash to Cross, but Scarlett broke up the pin. Scarlett then distracted AJ in the ring before Mitch dragged her outside and dropped her. Cross came in with a cross jacket off the distraction before hitting the finisher for the win. And yeah, this gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Karen and Scarlett getting the win feels about time, but yeah, to be honest, I'm just not into this storyline. Carrying, they just haven't done much with him. AJ feels a bit of a decline from where he was a few weeks ago. So yeah, 5 out of 10. Heyman then reported back to Roman and told him that Jey was not responding as planned before running away. Solo asked Roman if she should handle it, but Roman told him to relax before Cameron Grimes backstage when Baron Corbin attacked him and wiped him out of nowhere. Interesting with Corbin having 2 feuds on NXT in the main roster, but there we go. But anyway, Rey Mysterio is out next and announced Santos Escobar was the new leader of the LWO before LA Knight came out and attacked Rey before Santos and Mysterio took him down and set him up for the 619. Knight dodged the move and ran outside as we headed for the match. The match started during commercials and we returned to see Knight taking a big flying lariat but failing to get a submission. Knight came back with a slam and an elbow drop before they traded roll-ups in the corner. Knight then tried for using the ropes but got the pin, but Escobar turned it around and won. And Jack gets 6 out of 10 for me. Shame for LA Knight to leave, but I just wonder if they're going to keep on having him losing for him to then get the win. Maybe next Money in the Bank or something. That would be interesting. But yeah, like what they're doing in Santos, him now being the leader of the LWO, that's a big move for him. So yeah, good stuff, 6 out of 10. Next up, on SmackDown, Jey Uso was handed out, and Sami Zayn gave a stare and nodded before we saw Roman, Heyman and Sikoa make their way out, all teasing it. Jey Uso came out and Roman explained that Jimmy was always a problem. Jimmy came out and said Roman was the real problem. Roman tried to remind Jimmy that protests and what Roman made Jey the right-hand man, and Jimmy stayed quiet before telling Jey it was true. Jey said that Jimmy doubted him and realised he lived in his brother's shadow. Jey noted that Jimmy was out and he was too before super kicking Roman in the face. Solo got hit with stereo super kicks before they did the same to Roman, and SmackDown went off the air. The Bloodline is no more. It's descended into smithereens, and the Usos finally turned heel. It's a long time coming, but it's finally happened. And I can't wait to see it goes now. Sami, what will happen with him? Just a brilliant ending. So many questions, and I already can't wait for next week. Just excellent stuff. And overall this week, SmackDown gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I would say probably a bit of a mid show, probably before the main event, but that main event was just so good. It brought him up totally to a different level, and just so excited by what's going to happen with the Bloodline storyline. It just keeps on delivering. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, let us know what's coming on daily wrestling news, and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.